Hey guys, what's going on? So for those of you who are wondering why you're watching this video and I'm just out of the gym, it's because I forgot to actually film an intro for it. Typical me. So I had about 70 files and none of them were the intro. So a month in, editing, still not done. But without further ado, this is the High Res Only for the Fans album review and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so for some reason my beats weren't working very well on the laptop. Like the audio quality was terrible there. I'm really confused, like it sounded so bad. So I've connected them to my phone and now I'm gonna play it for the phone. You guys are gonna have the footage of me listening to it and hopefully, can this just auto zoom in for me? Can this just like, yeah. So obviously you guys know I'm actually listening to it. So let's start off with number one, which is Just Like Me, intro. Oh, so much better. Okay, so we've sort of got like this like brain violin string in the background right now. Like this is cool, I'm liking this. And yeah, this is like an old like Hobson sort of like Eminem vibe. I'm really digging this, like I'm really liking this.
If you listen to this,
oh, there we go, classic Rez intro. I'm liking it.
For the fans. No one else. From the heart. Yo, Rez, your music's the only thing that I play. It keeps me going when I don't want to see another day.
I mean, I'm gonna do this a lot. Like, whenever I hear a bar that I really like, I'll go over it and he's like, you say the better days are coming and I hope that you're right. Because I feel like with High Res, he's one of the very few rappers who like will rap about like mental health and like life and actually mean it. Because when I've met the guy, he is a very like humble guy. He's a very, I'm trying to think of the word. He's just sort of like, when you meet these musicians and celebrities and stuff, they put on this whole like persona of who they aren't to try and like fool people. Whereas High Res doesn't do that. He's like a normal guy when you speak to him and he's so easy to like talk to, and what you see online and what you see is what you get. And I feel like in his music you can see that, and I feel like maybe that's why like sometimes he doesn't get as much mainstream attention, because people just want this like fake shit in the media. Alright, on to the next song. The next song is Back in Time. This is the one I've heard before. So what I like is Rez has this sort of like a voice that's so good with like hooks and stuff, and I feel like I'm sorry Rez, I'm not also, I really want to use your real name, but I'm pretty sure like people don't actually, like it's not known on a wide scale like your actual like birth name, so I'm not going to do that because I feel like I would be disrespectful. But anyway, like you wouldn't catch Rez like up there with Adele, like, you know, singing his heart out or whatever, because like he like has a good voice, but I feel like he's just, you know, not, some people just aren't a singer. But when he sings on these hooks, it's actually really, really good. And like you wouldn't like expect a lot of rappers nowadays to not like fully auto-tune their shit and have all these hooks. Like he does everything like real and by himself, and so he's now got this hook on Back in Time. As soon as you open up, I think it's nice and melodic, and it sort of like transitions you into the rap, and it's really good because like you guys are probably gonna like realize one day that he's saving so much money by doing this, because so many people have to pay to get so many different people to sing on the hooks and stuff. But if you could do it yourself, you're gonna save so much money, you're gonna still make fire tracks, and you're gonna get like, you know, all these listens, all these plays, all these buys by yourself. Okay, so after watching a few review videos, I've now just decided to play the music in the background so I can keep on time with this, and you guys can hear with me and see me react, because now I realize it's gonna be so weird for you guys like not knowing like what I'm doing and why I'm reacting to this. So it's probably gonna sound like an absolute clusterfuck, but here we go.
When I'm gone, everyone that hated on me gonna miss me, trying to make the right decisions. I get caught up in the women and the money and the fame, so I feel like I'm addicted. I've been wishing everything would go back to how it was. Tell my mama that I'm never coming home again. I've been in Jesus, I was born, check the sonogram. I played the cards, I was dubbing through heaven and hell. You can go and put that on my mom. Real shit.
See that, like, so he goes into this fast flow, but the transition just comes in with the chorus or with whatever like vocals he's doing in the background, and I really like that, because that's just a sign of professionalism right there. There's not like this big clump. It's not like, oh, here's the verse, here's the rap, here's the music, here's the chorus, here's the hook. No, it's like just one big piece going out. With all the tears I come back, I just wanna come back. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, like that song was really good. I like that. Like that's something that I would listen to whenever I'm like at the gym or working out or something. Do you know what I mean? Something when you want to like feel good and you want like just like good old fashioned rap, like that's what you want. And I have to say, like, I've just Rez's transition over the years, because obviously if you don't know who he is, you're not going to understand, but his transition has been amazing, because I have to be honest, in the start of his career he was like up here and everything like was going on and everything was just top notch and going well, and I sort of feel like in between, I can't get specific years, but in between like the middle of his career, after like leaving the record label and sort of like going independent and like as like social media's got hacked, stuff like that, I feel like his music was good, but it was just starting to get like, we've heard this before, there was nothing different, it was just like he couldn't be bothered, and like it just felt like he just didn't want it anymore. But obviously now, when you've heard like the past few albums, the past few like projects, everything, his pranks, he's just so passionate again. It's so amazing to see him so happy. It's amazing to see him so dedicated and so invested again, because I just feel like Rez has had like so much shit thrown at him since his career started. He has had so much more shit thrown at him than like any other rapper that you, well, like 95% of rappers you see now, you get everything handed to him. Alright, so this next song coming up is called Pray For Me. It's the third track on the album, and straight away it's reminding me of G-Eazy, because like one of my favourite G-Eazy songs is Pray For Me. Because I haven't heard this yet, I'm just wondering what's going to... It's 3 minutes 25, so this is the second longest track we've heard so far. Ooh, I'm liking that beat.
Wanna go away from it, will you pray for me? Cause I made it from the bottom to the major leagues.
Ooh.
People been hating me, must be afraid of me. When I see them out in person, I just say to me, wanna go away from it, will you pray for me? Cause I made it from the bottom to the major leagues. People been hating me, must be afraid of me. When I see them out in person, I just say to me, work on the low, 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 get that dope, dope, dope. They don't know, no, no, they don't know, no, no.
Alright, so before he actually gets in, I like that. That is very 2019. That's what I'm saying. He's like catering to everyone on this album, because that is like what you would hear right now on the UK Top 40. Actually, not even UK Top 40 is shite at the moment. What you would hear and like, you know, like the global like Top 40, like for rap, like Rap Caviar on Spotify, like this should be in that, because that hook has a little bit of auto-tune, and as we know from like the last song, he doesn't need auto-tune. He's just doing this for like the effect and to try and like bring it together and keep it like 100 and original, and I really like that, because that's so melodic. Like that's something if one of my friends who's like, oh, I don't really like rap, like I kind of like, you know, what you'd hear in a club, I'd be like, right, well, listen to this song, because you know you're gonna enjoy it.
I heard you speaking dirty on my name. I made 30, then I doubled it. You went and bought a chain.
Ooh.
So much nowadays, I got a whole lot of stake. Got a lot up on my plate. I'ma need you to know that.
See, I'm liking how like the lyrics right now, they're good, but the whole sort of, he's like repeating some stuff for like dramatic effect, and I like that, because this is something that you would hear like I said earlier, like in a club or like in a game or something, like, you know, to get you like hyped, and I'm really liking it, because this is different from him. Amazing. That's what that's just motivated me for the day. Okay, so I really like that song, and I like his little message about snakes there, because anyone who knows High Rez, like he's very he's one of the first people I ever heard use the phrase like someone's a snake, and he uses the emojis all the time, like no snakes in our circle, and I just love the message, love that. So the next song is called Ghost. Again, that's reminding me of Jaden Smith, who also is my favourite rapper. I fucking love Jaden Smith. Like that kid cannot do anything to like ruin my opinion of him at all. I swear I've heard this this type of beat before somewhere.
I'm the coach now. Another plane, another hotel.
I was focused on the other players, now I realise I'm the coach now. Yeah.
You hating on me from your mom's crib, I don't expect you to get it. Nah.
So Ghost, yeah, Ghost is gonna get the approval. I'm liking Ghost, like that was good.
Things change and we get a little older.
Ooh.
Got to wait.
I'm taking the message on board, Rez. I will tie my shoes before I go out next time. Okay, so next song that's about to get played is called Effed Up World. Haven't heard this one either yet, but this one seems to be doing quite good. This is a short one. This is 2 minutes 50, so let's give this a listen.
Yeah!
Was not expecting that. I was not expecting to hear like a very chilled, like California, like guitar vibe there.
Ain't nobody taking time to know about the things that I've seen before. We living in a fucked up world.
Yeah, that sounds like something that you would like have a zoo and just chill out and listen to, like, you know, like, or on like a little drive or something, and like.
Ain't nobody taking time to know about the things that I've seen before. We living in a fucked up world, but we gotta stay strong. The world addicted to the drama, been beefing with my mama, Donald. But me, I don't think it's that simple. Little kids showing up to school with a pistol.
Rez has become like a bit of an activist for gun control, which is obviously a good thing, but he has a personal reason to it, which if you guys ever listen to his song We Want Change, I believe his cousin was killed in one of the mass shootings, and just like it was terrible. But like unlike a lot of other artists, like Rez actually like cares about like gun control and stuff, and he talks about it a lot because he wants to see a change, and like he'd be the first person to tell you that he wants like everything to change. And okay, so this one coming up now is called Everything I'm Not, and so far on Spotify the second most listens of what we've listened to so far. Right, I need to find out his producer on this album, because these beats are fucking fire, man. Like, I have not heard a beat yet that I don't like.
Cause I'm making change. I ain't worked this hard just so I can stay the same.
Okay, I took like a little 5-minute break there because I went and got Monster. What the fuck is up, Kyle? Step the fuck up, dude. No, I'm joking. So the next song is called Used To, and I'm not used to it. Okay, but a lot of people have been talking about this one as well. It's 2 minutes 40, but this actually has on Spotify at the moment the most listens out of them all that we've got.
There ain't nothing I can do to change the way that you've been acting like a fool.
Oh, that hi-hat.
They want me when I'm playing by your rules. Still think I'm lying even when I tell the truth. I could really use a break. I got used to being used. Do not talk unless you've been up in my shoes. I could really use a break right now. From the fakes and the snakes right now. I'm someone they can hate right now. They want me to feel so bad, it's starting to pray. When I was stressed out, I would roll the J. I wish all the stress would just go away. That didn't help, they put me through hell. Cause ain't nobody really let me be myself.
Alright, so the next song is going to be called One Shot. This is the first one where we have a feature. He's got his colleague James Mullally on this.
I don't need nobody else but you. No one else, no one else. One chance, one dance, one shot. Cali girl from the valley says she really love pot. Going till the sun come out, the fun never stop. 101.45 PCH drop top.
The next song is brand new with 6 Seconds and Chase, and I'm really hoping that this goes well. You guys probably know these guys already if you're on the YouTube diss track scene, because all of these guys, including Rez and a few and Crypt and a few others, they all diss Dax, and we're in each other's disses and stuff because fuck Dax.
Do this shit for myself, feel like I'm living in a prison for a minute itself. When you pick your friends, you're picking all your enemies too. I am never not forgetting what you said to me through. Hey, got my head in the clouds. Please just hold me down. I've been living on a prayer. I'm just hoping I get.
Okay, Zoning has changed my expectations. When Rez told me that this album is going to be different, I took it with a pinch of salt, because a lot of times like people promise things and say they're going to be different and they're not. But he is genuinely like blew my mind right now, because he took such a simple beat and made such a simple song, but it's so outstanding and amazing in my opinion, because like that's something I listen to whenever I'm like down or want to chill out, or like, you know, need something just to sort of like that sounds good on the ears. If anyone's wondering why like I'm wearing a hat for some reason in this video, it's because this is currently the state of my hair. Look at the color of it. It's like ginger, well, brown, ginger, blonde, silver, and same on that side, because like I was like at the festival I couldn't dye my hair and it's just sort of like fucked up right now. So Okay, so we're 3/4 of the way there. We're on track 12, which is called Living Life My Way. Okay, we're starting off with a nice little piano beat, some strings. It's nice. Sounds like a Tom McDonald sort of beat.
I have no fear, no. From when Pops working sins, though. You riding for me, that's clear, though. I'm just really trying to get this paper. I'm just out here trying to change the world. I know that we got our differences with the music, money, and the girls. Pray, I'm not caring what nobody say. I've been grinding, so let's just chill today.
Okay, track 13. The next track is One Day at a Time, and I'm hoping this is going to be like a really like positive thing because I'm on this like feel good mood right now.
I swear to some 13-year-olds laughing at me. I should have blown up at 16, but I blew it. I meet fans out in person all the time and they lose it. You gotta try, stop living the lie. Take your life one day at a time.
I genuinely, this album has more success than the last one, and he was able to do a European tour off the back of the last album, so I'm hoping that he can do another one with this, because I would love to go to another concert. Oh, I loved it. Do you know what I love to do actually, and it would be amazing with this album? I would love to do like a Rolling Stone type interview where I like follow them on tour and like interview them in like the different locations and see how it's going to do a big write-up, because that would be awesome. And like I really, if I see Rez in person again this year, I am literally gonna like sit him down. Sorry Rez, you're getting locked in a room, and every single song I'm gonna ask him all these questions and strip every single thing down, because I want to know about the process, what happened with these songs, fucking everything. Like I want to know like where this concept came from, where this lyric came from, where this beat came from, and how you tied it all together, because I'm loving this so far. Oh, we're getting up to the penultimate track. So we've got the song Growing Pains. Again, this is making me think of Alessia Cara.
You can't go without pain. Gotta make a change. You were by my side when I felt insane. Love yourself along the way. 7,500,000 and two of you. Million directions that people pulling you. Try being normal once. Worst day of my life. If you don't, I'm moving on. Started to pray and I proved it wrong. Was living in pain, but that made me strong. Not a lot.
Like that song was actually like really good, and now we're getting up to the final song in the album. So this is the final chance to try and bump up the rating or try and set the tone to try and like just completely shake me. So here we go. The last song, number 15, is called Straight Facts. 2 minutes 17. So this is like one of the shortest ones on the album, but like I'm hoping that it's good. I'm hoping that it's gonna be like a banger, because I know Resney wouldn't put one at the end if he didn't think it was a good like way to get out of the album.
Half man, half amazing, like Nas said. You might not see my vision soon. I'm gonna be in your top 10. Ooh. Turn on the news and there's another person shot dead. You were not right in the head. That's what the doc said. Don't read with me.
The song shook me that much that I shook the camera. Like the camera was like, yeet, I am out of this.
We roll up on you like a pothead. You can't talk your way out of it. These rappers all counterfeit. The label is giving them all the allowances. If I want it, then I cop it. I'm not stressing the cost. I'm not worried about the next man. My rhymes messing with your mental.
Okay, so I swear to God, yes, right, okay. So this is really good, but I've seen him do something similar, like similar beats before. He has done like remixes and mashups and stuff where he like switches up the beat, and I like it because it shows like a lot of talent and a lot of skill. I honestly feel like if you put Rez on like the 5 Fingers of Death freestyle, like he would kill it, because he's very good at this sort of thing where he like flips it completely.
And if you want war though, I'll bring the whole war zone. Drinking something you can't pronounce, Chateau Bordeaux. I'm me, and I can't change that. You just listen to straight facts, yeah.
One thing I love about this album, before we get into anything, is that like the artwork's amazing as well. It's Rez on the front, and like it's sort of like a Back to the Future vibe. Like that is a sick artwork, and that's like what you really want. It just shows him, and that there's like him down to a T, like the stuff he likes. And okay, so now we're getting into the final part of the review, the summary. So I'm just going to give my opinion. So to start off, we're going to go with the rating. Okay, so I'm going to rate this out of a 10. I would really love to do like every sort of aspect and tie it together with like an average like sort of rating, but I can't because I'm stupid as fuck, and I also have dyscalculia, so I'm really shit with numbers. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to do it overall out of 10. Honestly, I'm trying to decide. I'm not just going to do it like based on Rez as an artist or based on just like the album and stuff. I'm trying to do it like as a mixture, but if we're basing it just on everything overall, an 8 out of 10. Because nothing's perfect, but this is a really, really good album. And one of you are wondering why it's not going to be a 10. Well, here's the reasons why. One, I think that I was loving how all the beats were sort of different, but towards the end I felt like some were sort of similar, so that brought it down a little bit, just sort of like in that aspect of sort of things. On top of that, I feel like there could have been a few more features. I honestly feel like he could have had like 1 or 2 more, and even just like for instance, people he wouldn't have had to like pay much or something, just to add a bit of different variety to it. I sort of feel like some of the songs should have been like placed differently, but that doesn't really affect the score. I'm just nitpicking now. But I honestly do feel like it was such a good album, and for me, just nothing's ever really a 10, and the sort of things that I like were nitpicking at it would have brought it down like 1 more point or whatever. But let's talk about the good things. Okay, so my 3 favorite songs I'd probably say were Used To, One Shot, and Zoning. They were my 3 favorite. It was such like very good, all different songs. I just love this side of Rez. I thought this album was such a good transition, and this really is only for the fans, because like he has brought all these different things out to fill all his fan bases, all these different demographics, and it's a very good overall album. I feel like this should be blowing up more, and I feel like if you didn't have things like Jaden Smith's Eris or Hotel Diablo by Machine Gun Kelly and loads of different albums out that weekend, this would have had a lot more buzz, because so many people are going to be listening to these like mainstream artists that like instead of Rez, like do you know what I mean? Like if his was just the only album that came out that like weekend, he would have had so many more listens. But hopefully it's starting to blow up. He's getting into the hundreds of thousands of streams, and hopefully it's going to get better. I overall like think this album's amazing, and I honestly don't know how he's going to top it for his next one. But I'm just so glad I listened to that, and so glad I spent like the last like hour and a half listening to that. And for my first review, I'm genuinely happy that I've done this, because I can honestly say that I love this album. This will be in my like one of my top 5 albums this year so far. I think shout out to James Mullally, 6 Seconds, Chase, everyone on the album, because their features were good, they were really good, and they deserve to be on there. And whoever the producer was, or whoever made these beats, honestly deserves a shout out as well, because like these beats were, oh, they were amazing. Like if I had money, I would pay for these beats just so I could listen to them. The artwork was amazing. Shout out to his manager as well, who's obviously helped a lot with this. It's just an amazing overall album, and people need to realize that Rez also brought out an album with like more or less songs like amount last year. So he's fucking killing it more than any of these like established mainstream artists, because he has already brought like another album out. Like yearly now, he's just bringing shit out, and he's just doing so well. And honestly, it was amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Obviously, check out the album down below. Check out Rez's channel. Check out the other guys who are like featured. Check out his pranks, everything. Obviously, he's just amazing. And this was such a good album, man. So good. Be sure to subscribe, like, and let me know anything in the comments you want me to do more, do less, anything you want me to review, just shit in general. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully you've now discovered or like Hi Rez.